So, I have done a lot of running races in my time. We are talking hundreds, and generally I've tried to use the best kit I can possibly do to help myself, to prevent injuries, and to just run as quickly as possible. However, today, we are going to be running a 5k in these bad boys. These are the cheapest shoes I could find, brand new in the UK. They cost £14, and they are called the Kalenji Run 100s. And quite frankly, they feel like they're going to disintegrate in my hands, and certainly have zero padding, zero comfort. But honestly, I'm looking forward to it, because this is going to be a real test to see how much difference shoes do make. I think this is going to be pretty drastic, I'm not going to lie. So, just for reference, I usually run in these bad boys, the New Balance Fuel Cells, and I love this shoe. It's great, it's comfortable, it's carbon plated, and it's very fast. And I feel like you get a real good balance between the padding and cushioning and the aggressiveness of the carbon plate, which I don't feel you get with other shoes. The only plus side to this bad boy here is how light the pair are. The pair of these come in at just 179 grams compared to these guys, which are 302. So it's almost half the weight. So in terms of time, around 2.5 weeks ago, I raced a 5 kilometers, and this was in a time of 16:01. So the route itself was 5.01 kilometers with an elevation gain of 90 meters. So it wasn't flat, but it certainly wasn't sort of hilly. And it was a mixed terrain of road, of trails, of rocky path, whatever you want to call it, really. And like I said, it was in these bad boys right here. Today, I'm going to be doing the same course, the same route, the same terrain, but just in these. That is going to be the only difference. I'm going to track my heart rate data, I'm going to track my pace, I'm going to track literally every variable. The weather's pretty much the same, my outfit I'm going to be wearing is pretty much the same. So yes, this will be very interesting, and I cannot wait. Let's get cracking and see how these bad boys fare, and if they can put up a half decent fight, because if they do, fair play to Kalenji. I mean, they feel pretty naff, I'm not gonna lie, but let's find out. So my tactic today was pretty much the same thing as I was doing just over 2 weeks ago. I didn't want to particularly do anything different. It was to go out hard, try and get that heart rate up into the 190s as quick as possible, because that's sort of the effort that I want to be holding for this distance. Last time I averaged 197 beats per minute for the duration of that 5k, so I was looking for this today. I did a warm-up, I wanted to get my legs warm. The one thing I didn't want to do is do too much running in these guys prior to the race in case my feet started to hurt, so I did warm up in my normal running shoes, not these. That was just for injury prevention purposes. Maybe I was being a little bit dramatic, I'm not too sure. I guess we'll find out. So I set off pretty quick and actually forgot that I was wearing a pair of these guys. I wasn't particularly thinking about it, it was more just about let's run as fast as possible and see if we can defy the odds. I went through the first kilometre in a pace of 3:19. That is only 4 seconds per kilometre slower for that initial split than last time, so I thought I was actually in the game at this point. I then went through the second kilometre in a time of 3:19. Again, not too shabby. However, as I went through the halfway mark, it wasn't going particularly well. My problem is that my ankle was literally just pretty much rolling on anything that wasn't flat surface. There is literally zero support here. There's nothing. It's literally just a piece of rubber strapped to your foot. So it's literally like you're running barefoot, except you've got a little bit of lift off the floor. At 2.5 kilometers, my actual plantar fascia, which is basically this bit right here, and my sole started to actually throb. Now this is only 2.5 kilometers into the actual race. Like, that's not a lot of running in the scheme of things. Maybe it was the terrain. Maybe this was just like a, what's it called, where you think that something's happening when it's not really. Like a placebo effect, but just the other way around because my shoes were shit. I don't really know. But yeah, 2.5 kilometers, my feet were pretty sore. I went through the 3rd kilometer split in a time of 3:29. The 4th kilometer split in a time of 3:38, and then the last 5 kilometer split in a time of 4:03. At this point, could I have run faster? Yes, if my life depended on it, but my heart rate actually wasn't that much different. I'll put my average heart rate on the screen now compared to last time so that you guys can actually see. My feet are throbbing, like throbbing. They're sore. So honestly, I think I answered my question just from this. Shoes absolutely do matter, because my feet are broken from a 5 kilometer run in these guys. Yet, if I was racing in these, it would be a walk in the park, it wouldn't be a problem. My feet would be absolutely fine, and as if they hadn't been touched. So the pace was certainly slower. These guys were much faster than these guys, and my feet feel pretty broken. I need a lot of my Pure Sport rub tonight to get them back to full functionality so that I can get back to my training. But as always, if you've enjoyed this video, if you thought it was cool, drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.